he starts making fun of the fact that Harry doesn't have any family left. Snape's not even trying to hide his prejudice anymore. He's just openly discriminating against Gryffindors now. Finally, the Christmas holidays have started. Hey guys! Today we're going to be reacting to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. But first, if you're new around here, listen up, because I've got a little secret for you. I'm not just any YouTuber. I am Charlotte the Starlet, and I'm a writer. So I don't just react, I review. And the way I do it is simple. If I like something, I add a point, starting from last video's total. And if I don't, I take one off. Now, as y'all can see, I've got a couple friends here with me. These are the girls, Angel and Glitter, and this is my little boy Seth. Right, let's jump in. Snape was holding his robes above his knee, which allows Harry to see that one of his legs is bloody and mangled. Right, so as Filch is tending to his leg, Snape's like, damn blasted thing. How are you meant to keep your eye on all three at once? All three at once! The only thing at Hogwarts with three of anything is that three-headed dog that's guarding that trap door. What was Snape doing trying to get past it? It's the day of the Quidditch match. There's something wrong with Harry's broom. Okay, so winter is in full swing at Hogwarts. The school grounds is blanketed in snow. Wow. It looks like the Slytherins are still salty about that Quidditch match we had last time. Gryffindor beat Slytherin despite some filthy interference from Snape. Snape put a full-on jinx on Harry's broom, and he almost got thrown off it completely. Snape didn't even have a good reason for doing it. It's honestly so sad how petty this grown man can be. So yeah, the Slytherins are still salty about the match. Because in potions, Draco said that if Harry had made the team, a damn tree frog might as well be on the team. No one found that funny though. So do you know what Draco does next? He starts making fun of the fact that Harry doesn't have any family left. Reminds me of one of my exes. It's one thing to bring someone's family into a fight and to try and use it against them, but making fun of the fact that someone doesn't have much family, or the fact that they're an orphan, is about as low as you can go. Draco basically began taunting Harry about the fact that he was staying at Hogwarts for Christmas, but Harry doesn't see that as a bad thing, and it's not. He's excited that he's gonna be staying at Hogwarts for Christmas, because the Dursleys won't be around to make his life miserable, and he'd have all his friends. And oh my days, staying with friends for an extended amount of time is always awesome. Like whether you're on a school trip or at a sleepover, or in my case in hospital, more often than not it's fun. Sometimes when I go to hospital for my sickle cell, I end up being there at the same time as some of my absolute best friends with sickle cell. And since we're usually there for at least a week, we end up spending a lot of time together, especially if we're in the same room. But it is kind of bittersweet, because we do have to put up with a lot of pain. But apart from that, usually it is just like staying over at a friend's house for a weekend. Like the girls I've met at my hospital are some of my closest, dearest friends. Like I treasure them and I look up to them so much that I consider them my sisters. Anyway, wow. Oh my days. Draco is still throwing unnecessary shade at Harry and Ron even after their potions lesson is over. When they're exiting the classroom, Harry and Ron come across Hagrid trying to move like a big old fir tree. I'm assuming to turn it into a Christmas tree. And Ron offers Hagrid some help because he looks like he's struggling with it. But when he does, Draco mocks him for it. Oh my days. Draco thinks Ron is aspiring to be a groundskeeper like Hagrid, and he thinks Hagrid's house must be a palace to Ron because he knows that he and the other Weasleys are poor. But when he says that, Ron lunges for his throat, except he does it at just the wrong moment because Snape catches him doing it. Oh, and then he takes some house points from Gryffindor. Come on. He takes away 5 house points for fighting. Or at least Hagrid stands up for Ron. He tells Snape that Draco provoked him. Honestly, Snape's not even trying to hide his prejudice anymore. He's just openly discriminating against Gryffindors now. If Snape took house points away from Ron for fighting, he should have done the same to Draco. But no, he can't bear to take any house points away from his babies. Probably because he wants Slytherin to win the House Cup, right? So petty. Side note, I do like the fact that Hogwarts has houses and house points at all, because that's just accurate. I don't know about America, but here in Britain, houses and house points are serious business. I remember when I was in primary school, well, we didn't have houses, we had teams. I was in yellow team. And in secondary school, all the houses were named after trees. I was in Willows, and our house color was orange. I don't know why, but both houses I was in were like the underdogs. Like, we were the smallest teams, we had the least amount of people, and we usually had the least amount of points. Oh my days. Same with Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff, and once again, they're considered the underdogs. Why? Just because our mascot is a badger. We are still a force to be reckoned with. Plus, we had some great people. Like J.K. Rowling herself is a Hufflepuff. Let me know which house you're in. Anyway, now that Harry, Ron and Hermione have come across Hagrid again, they mention Nicolas Flamel again. Last time, when they went round to Hagrid's house after the Quidditch match, Hagrid let something slip about Nicolas Flamel and how he has something to do with like the 3-headed dog in the trap door. And so since then, the 3 of them have been trying to find out everything they can about him. But they're having no luck so far. So they ask Hagrid if he can tell them any more about him, but he refuses. He already knows he said too much. So then, the 3 of them head to the library. Damn. It says that there are tens of thousands of books in the library. But despite that, Harry, Ron and Hermione don't manage to find a thing about Nicolas Flamel. Ooh. Harry has a suspicion that it might be in the restricted section. But the hint's in the name. It's not exactly something you can access easily. Apparently you need a permission slip from a teacher. So, for the time being, they give up. Okay, so, finally, the Christmas holidays have started. In all the excitement, Harry and Ron completely forget about their research. Since the majority of the students had gone back home, Harry and the Weasleys practically had the Gryffindor common room to themselves, which meant that they got the best seats in front of the fire and they could roast whatever they wanted to on a toasting fork. Ooh. Since they also have a bit of spare time on their hands, Ron teaches Harry how to play wizard's chess, which is exactly the same as normal chess, except the pieces are actually like alive. Wow. Oh my days. Ron's wizard's chess set is a hand-me-down, like most of his other belongings, but apparently that's an advantage, because all the pieces of it know and trust Ron. Meanwhile, Harry, who was playing with a newer set that he'd borrowed from Seamus Finnegan, Harry's pieces didn't trust him at all. And they could tell he was new, so they kept trying to give him bits of advice that conflicted each other and stuff. I don't even like chess, and I want to play. It says that on Christmas Eve, Harry went to bed looking forward for the food and the fun the next day, but not expecting any presents at all. Like, what did the Dursleys do to him on his previous Christmases? Ooh, he did get presents though. The first present Harry got was from Hagrid, and inside it was a roughly cut wooden flute. And when Harry blew it, it apparently sounded like an owl. Right, so then the next gift he gets was a very small one that contained a note which said, "We received your message and enclose your Christmas present from Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia." Wow. All that was in it was a 50 pence coin. Honestly. Harry's just like, that's friendly. Oh, but Ron was fascinated by it. He's intrigued by the shape. I mean, I guess it is one of the more unique coins. Like, what is it? An octagon or something? But yeah, since he likes it so much, Harry decides to let Ron keep it. Oh my days. The next gift Harry gets comes from Mrs. Weasley. Because Ron told her that Harry wasn't expecting any present. So she knitted him a classic Weasley Christmas jumper. Ooh, and a box of homemade fudge. I want some. Oh, Hermione also got Harry some chocolate. Right, and then his last present was a very light one. When Harry opens it, it says that something fluid and silvery grey went slithering to the floor, where it lay in gleaming folds. Love that description, by the way. Is this what I think it is? Oh my days. Ooh. It says it's strange to the touch, like water woven into material. What, like that sweater SpongeBob made Squidward? That was made completely out of tears. It is an invisibility cloak. Oh my days. Apparently they are really rare and really valuable. Bet. Who gave him this though? Okay, it came with a note that says, "Your father left this in my possession before he died. It is time it was returned to you. Use it well. A very Merry Christmas to you." It didn't say who it was from though. Harry doesn't feel happy. I mean, I guess I get why. Like, do you really want to think about your dead parents on Christmas Day? Oh, but before Harry has time to ponder about it any longer, the dormitory door suddenly flies open, and Fred and George come in, wishing them Merry Christmas. And they're both wearing their Christmas jumpers. Ooh, Percy's here too. Oh my days. Fred and George force Ron and Percy to put on their Christmas jumpers, and they tell Percy that he ain't sitting with the other prefects today, because Christmas is supposed to be time for the family. They're not wrong. Like, as someone who has a big family, including 6 siblings, I can definitely relate. Christmas can be hectic sometimes, but I wouldn't have it any other way, right? So, the bit everyone's been waiting for, Christmas dinner. Oh my days. Damn. So, in the Great Hall, it says that there were 100 fat roast turkeys, mountains of roast and boiled potatoes, platters of fat chipolatas, tureens of buttered peas, silver boats of thick, rich gravy and cranberry sauce, and stacks of wizard crackers. Yo, oh my days. Wizard crackers are way better than muggle crackers. When Harry pulled one of them with Fred, it didn't just go bang, it blasted off like a cannon and engulfed them in a cloud of blue smoke. Oh my days. Then an admiral's hat exploded out of it, followed by several white mice. Wow. When Harry finally left the table, he had a whole stack of things from these crackers, which included a pack of non-explodable luminous balloons, a grow your own warts kit, and a brand new wizard's chess set. Okay, so by the end of the day, Ron falls asleep almost as soon as he gets back into his bed. But Harry only has one thing on his mind: his invisibility cloak. And who could have possibly sent it? But that is for next time. That's where I'm gonna leave it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give that like button a little kiss and subscribe to become a Starlet. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. And if you have read something that has just left you shook beyond repair, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye!